Hey everybody, Joel at Up North Aquatics. Thanks for stopping by. Just getting home from a long drive. But we got a couple new fish for the fish room and some guppies for the kids tank, which we won't show, but I got two fish, and they're two fish I've been looking for a long time. They may not be rare to you, but they're really hard to find in this area. So yeah, let's get started. Fish number one for the pond. Finally got my hands on a ranchu. I've had so many fancy goldfish, just the regular fantails, and like the butterflies and black moors and stuff, that now I really will only keep like goldfish that are like weird or seem rare, or I guess. So I have like my pearl scale back there, which you can get on the light. Pearl scale back there. This like telescope butterfly that was a panda pattern when I got them. Turning out not to be anymore, but still really cool. And then now a ranchu, and this is a 110-gallon stock tank, so maybe as we find a few more like weird things, we grab a few more weird things. But the big star of the show here, and the one that's gonna take me a lot of work to get dealt with right now before I can go to bed, because I don't have anything set up for them, but I'm gonna have to set up something for them, but couldn't turn them down, is a flower horn. Thai silk flower horn. Great price, beautiful fish. The shop's had him for 6 months since he was a little baby, so we know he's good to go on diseases. We know he's eating everything and anything, and he is gonna go in this 75-gallon. So basically, I'm gonna have to get him floating. I'm gonna get a sponge filter running, and while he's acclimating, I'm gonna pull all the mbuna out of there, and I'm not sure where I'm gonna put him for now. But I think I know I finally freaking moved those mbuna that I've been playing musical fish with down here. I finally got a permanent home for them, so they are leaving the fish room anyway, so we're gonna put them somewhere temporary until the guy that's getting them for a school project, which doesn't know he's getting them because I was just gonna give them to him. But Tim, if you see this, surprise. Till I can get him to Tim when he gets his tank set up pretty quick here. So yeah, I'll get him floating, get this set up. The next film you'll see is me releasing everything, and then after that you're gonna see some updates tomorrow after they have a full light cycle and we feed. Well, for those of you that know mbuna, moving the fish from the 75 to the 10-gallon, back to the 10-gallon for Tim to come pick up. It was very quick, very easy. Didn't have to tear the tank apart or make a mess at all, because mbuna are very peaceful, slow-moving fish. Yeah, the whole thing took like an hour and it was a mess. But the good news is these guys are completely acclimated. So let's send it here. I cannot do this one-handed. I'll be right back. So here's our ranchu. Again, only temperature acclimated, and just doing the plop and drop, dropping them into a net over the bucket as to not contaminate or cross-contaminate their water with mine. I'm not worried about the store's water themselves. This is the most clean, beautiful store I've ever seen. Just there's a lot of poop in it, and it could be high in ammonia. So we're not going to introduce that. Right now I'm just checking that he's breathing okay, which he is. Checking that his fins, there's no sign of any disease or anything. I can actually see it better on the camera screen than I can in real life. And then we're just gonna let him go and see what he does. He wants to hang out in the net, nice and gentle. Oh, I hate that glare. And there he goes, off to the bottom, where he's gonna hang out for a little while, I'm sure. Probably overnight, and tomorrow we'll see if we can't get him to come up to feed. But yeah, he blends in with the bottom of this tank perfectly well. But he is right there at the corner of the net, just chilling out. The other two fish are terrified because there's a net in here, but anyway, they ain't gonna bug him much. The light's gonna go off, and that's gonna be the end of it. And tomorrow when they wake up, we'll be down here to make sure everything goes okay. They're all fancy goldfish, notoriously well with each other. But every once in a while, you do get a little bit of bickering, picking on each other with these guys, especially if there's opposite sexes. So The tub that they're in is cold, it's on the floor, it's not heated, which kind of tunes down some of those things. It makes it so I don't have to feed them quite as much. Nonetheless, we're gonna be super careful with them. So on to the next one. And here he is, the big prize find of the day. Thai silk flower horn. And a fish that I've been looking for a long time. My wife and I even looked at them online. Their prices are a little outrageous. This one was very decently priced, so we had to snag him and give him a home here. See if we can gently get him out of the net. And there he is. There's our new buddy. Wow. I think the camera does do him a little more justice in this case than the lighting in here does, because even looking at him through the camera, he's glowing. But he had a long, stressful day. We were in the car for a long time, and then he was floating in here in a bag as I was tearing everything apart and chasing the Mbuna around. So we're not going to get much out of him today. I'm expecting tomorrow to be a good day with him because he was very friendly in the store and eating a lot. So as you can see, I completely unscaped this tank, and we'll kind of find some appropriate things to put in here that he can't hurt himself on. But I'm also heating this tank and filtering it, which is not a common theme at all down here. But when you have, in my opinion, a fish of this caliber that you've been looking at for this long, that's this expensive, I really want to do it right. And I really just love this fish. I'm trying not to put the camera in his face, but man, he is beautiful. So we're gonna shut the lights off overnight, and we're gonna come back down here and feed them, and I will see you then for the feeding. All right, so it's been a day. A couple things have changed. We added some extra sponge filters there to the flower horn tank, just to kind of keep them seated, I guess. The Ranchu, I guess, to start with, like, the not so great news. I'm not like stressed out about it, but when I came down here today and the lights came on, he was just chilling up in the plants, not moving much. Put some food in there, didn't react to it. Put my hand in there, kind of swam away. He still looks fine, but I threw him in a 10-gallon by himself. You can see him back there. He's picking around and stuff. Doesn't seem too bothered by much, but we're gonna keep an eye on him for like a week or two. There's just some salt in there, aquarium salt in there, because the goldfish do enjoy that. I don't think his buddies picked on him or anything. Just might have been a little much of a temperature change maybe. I don't know. I know the store he was kept at was very hot, and this tub is obviously very cold being on the floor. So we'll give him a little bit, but we'll keep you updated. I'm sure he'll be fine. The flower horn though, oh my gosh, he has already made an impression on us. He's already been named by the children Rumble, after a fighting monster on a Disney movie or some sort of kids movie. And yeah, there is nothing wrong with my guy here so far. Already hanging out in the open, coming up to the glass for us. The camera's freaking him out a little bit, but I'm gonna drop some food in, some sinking food in, and let's see if he'll eat. So the only sinking pellet food I have is pretty small. He might still go for it though. He's already eyeing up the spoon. Kind of got to stir it around with the plants that are in the water and everything, but yeah, not even 24 hours, like a 12-hour light cycle, and he's already all about it. So the pellets are so small, they're flying in front of his face, and he's not even nipping at him. He's waiting for the heck was that? Where's the food? He's looking at the spoon. Okay, that was a dud. Let me put some big pellets right where he knows to look for it. Okay, big floating pellets that we're gonna try to force to sink here. And they're all floating. But we can get his attention just by moving the plants. He's not scared at all. Going the complete wrong way. Definitely not gonna cooperate because the camera's out. But yeah, as you could tell, he is in fantastic shape. He's ready to eat. He's definitely scavenging. I like having him in here with plants. A lot of people don't decorate the flower horn tanks because they can hurt themselves on stuff. They can be pretty aggressive, but I think these plants are perfect because kind of hides the filter and heater a little bit, which, obviously not that worried about. but it gives him places to hide that he can't hurt himself on. These plants are like all super soft to the touch. I mean, I'm literally like have my hand in the tank right now, and there's nothing about this can harm him. I can touch every single one of these without an issue. So, oh, he came after my finger. That is sweet. I love this fish so much. All right, that's it, guys. Make sure you stick along for more flower horn stuff, because I am addicted and in love with this thing, and as well as updates on everything else, the breeding, all of it. You know, you name it, we'll do it. So, thanks for following along, and enjoy your week, and thanks for stopping by.